We also have joining us Major Mohammed Ali Shah. Major Shah, I'm sure that you've seen these viral videos of the aircraft, not only from inside it, but also from outside it. One thing is clear, sir, the fact that the aircraft turned and soon after which it collapsed. In fact, it collapsed. The accident happened belly up. So the aircraft, of course, was in absolutely no position to be saved. We've been given to understand that no survivors so far. Major Shah, what do you think could have been a cause of this accident in your assessment?
Paridhi, it's a matter of concern, that in Nepal in the last 3 decades, that's 30 years, 27 aircrafts have crashed in Nepal. If you take the average, the average roughly goes to about 1 a year, which is very, very alarming. And they have small aircraft. So in the small aircraft, which are not really very well equipped with the technology. Secondly, Nepal is a home to out of the 14 highest mountain peaks in the world, 8 of them are in Nepal, which includes the Mount Everest, in fact. And Kathmandu, again, it's a valley. It is like a bowl. It's surrounded by mountains, and the airport is in the middle of the city. Pokhara, which is the second most habited city in Nepal. In fact, it's again slightly more modernized and I would say commercialized to a certain extent. So it is the topography. Firstly, is such. It's a very difficult topography. The terrain is very unforgiving. The training of the pilots is not really what I would say. I don't mean to be judgmental, but I think it can be better, much better, because by going by the history and by the track record, many of the European states, they prohibit Nepalese airlines to fly over them because they consider it very, very dangerous. Now the very fact, again, there were 5 Indians on board, and the viral video you spoke about, the man from UP whose son was born and he had gone to Pashupatinath temple and he had recorded this video, and we could see the visuals from inside and from outside. It was horrifying, actually. It was really, really bad. So now certain things, it should be equipped with modern technology. You cannot expect same old vintage technology going on, and the government in Nepal should do something about that. They should ensure that because going by the track record, they should be equipped with modern technology. They should pay more emphasis on the training of the pilots, because as it is now, also when the air pressure is less, it makes the landing, the movement of the maneuverability, the landing of the aircraft, it gets more difficult. I'll give you a small example, like on the Indo-Tibet border, because of the altitude is such, when the aircraft, the Chinese aircraft take off, they take off with only half payload of fuel because of the altitude. So similarly, in Nepal, again, the Himalayan kingdom, people go there for trekking, they go there for enjoyment. It's become a tourist destination. But again, it is very, very dicey. It's very, very risky going by air over there because of firstly, the 3 things that I will attribute: the topography, the lack of technology, and the training of the pilots, Paridhi. But most certainly, I hope this becomes a case study, and my heartfelt condolence to the bereaved families, and I hope they learn a lesson and they advance their technologies further. I'll conclude by saying, in the Air Force, we have MiG-21 Bison aircraft, the fighter pilot aircraft. The fighter pilots use that. Group Captain Abhinandan Varthaman, who we all know famously, we knew him as Wing Commander Abhinandan Varthaman, who crash landed on 27 February 2019 into Pakistan. All he said was, "I am not supposed to tell you that." But again, those aircraft are vintage. They are often dubbed as flying coffins. But that's debatable whether it is or it is not. But the very fact that the Indian government has upgraded our fighter aircraft, we have Rafales now. Similarly, I think Nepal's government really need to, though they had an emergency meeting and everything, but they really need to very, very seriously look into this matter and upgrade their technology, their training, and because topography and landscape is something you cannot do anything about. That's nature. That is the way, geographically, how Nepal is located.
Yes.
But they can definitely do something about what is within their hands, Paridhi.
Absolutely. And Major Shah, we're going to have to wait for the black box to be recovered in order to get further details of what exactly happened.